1 year ago, my wife and I made a difficult decision to move our family from our 3-bedroom rental in town out onto this small piece of land that we bought in the hills. Our intentions were, and still are, to build a house on top and produce as much of our own food as possible. We thought it had a mobile home that would probably need torn down, but maybe we could remodel. It had a garage, it's hooked up to the city power, it had a functioning well, and a septic system. We very quickly found out after moving out here that the well did not work, the septic system was fully caved in, the mobile home had to go, and we essentially had nowhere to live. I have been documenting as much of the work as I can here in shorter, condensed videos that hopefully tell a good story. And this video you're watching now is the recap of all of that. So I'm going to take you all the way back to last March when we first purchased the land, and we're going to walk step by step through all the work we've done over the last 12 months. Nasty. So, for obvious reasons, this all has to go. My brother and dad have already got a full trailer load of stuff to take to the dump.
Help me, Dad.
Help you?
So you're literally thinking all this is basically right in here.
Yeah. Every one of these little branches poking out of the ground is poison oak, and it covers the entire lot. All the undergrowth is poison oak. That's poison oak, honey. You can touch it with your gloves. It's okay. Today's difficult task is going to be digging 5-foot deep holes for the DEQ soil testing to put the leach field in down there. So I have a family friend who is giving me some counsel on where to put things and what the leach field might look like. So he recommended where to dig those holes. And they're like halfway up this hill. And I have to try and get that backhoe up this hill to dig those holes.
Because we're already here though.
Yeah, so you want Grandma to come by? Well, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna try to get them from the top side.
I'm very cold.
You're cold? It's because it's raining.
No, that is. It's the wind cold.
The wind?
I'm very cold. I want cold.
Go back in the house then.
Ow.
It's warmer in there because there's no wind in the garage. You want to dig? There's a shovel over there by that propane tank.
I don't know about this. Ah! Where's my... Go, Lizzie, go! Yeah, baby!
Oh, it is pouring rain and I still have 1.5 feet to go in this hole. But I gotta put my camera away because I don't want this to get soaked. It already soaked through my hat that I had keeping my camera dry. Just know that I'm digging holes and I will update you when they're done. If this paved driveway leads up to where our house sits in the trees right there, we could have 2 good-sized greenhouses right here, and all of this space. Everything in between is just trails and water features and park benches with a big hammock. It'll be great. There was a door here. We blocked the door. This garage door is coming out.
What are you doing, Trev?
I am measuring for the doors because together they're narrower than this full door is, so I have to bring the wall over to fit the doors in here. But that actually works because then the heat shield for the wood stove in this corner will come over to this wall here, and then we'll have the double doors here. Which actually the doors are out here. We'll make the doors. So there's going to be our double doors.
Double doors.
All right, well, we still don't have water. I reached the extent of my knowledge, and so I called a professional. And they took like 2 weeks to get me a quote, and their quote was way more than I wanted for way less work than I needed. And so I've called a different company. I'm on their schedule for them to come look at the well and the pump on Friday. We knew going into this whole project that we had alternatives. My parents own the house next to our property with a fully functioning bath and kitchen. And so after 2 nights in the tiny home, we decided that that was not going to work out for us, certainly not long term. So we moved 100 meters down the hill into my parents' studio apartment. And then I want to show you guys the trail that my kids walk to their grandparents' house, because I think for them that's really special. And it's a big part of the reason we're willing to take on this project is because my parents are really close by and they've been a huge help. That way? Should we go?
It's over here, down there. We can do the house. Step over it. Look at this. Hear this dish go to school. There's her house. Open it. That's over there. There goes us. There. See that? That's Grandpa's and Grandma's.
All right, well, we have water, or we did. It's not running properly, or my well is dry and it just never filled the reservoir. I'm gonna do some cleanup around here and get my tools out of the way and then take the lid off of this container and see how big it is and if the float is like catching on something. I don't know, we'll find out. I don't want to go through all the process of like cleaning and purifying the whole system if I end up having to drill a new well anyways, so I need to find out if this is actually going to pump enough water. I know the wellhead has a valve so that the water doesn't drain all the way back down to the pump. I don't know how deep this one is, but if it's say 150 feet, it'll keep that water level at the top where that valve is so that when the well kicks on, it doesn't have to fill the whole pipe. It takes almost a minute and a half to fill that pipe, which is a minute and a half that my reservoir should be getting water, right? And it turned off at 2 minutes. It only ran for 30 seconds. All right, so I'm gonna pull this well with a method my dad used years ago. Makes it hard to work. I left the wires taped at the top so that they would stay out of the way when I was pulling it. But now I'm trying to unscrew this pipe and my wires are twisted around it and not letting me unscrew it any farther. So I have to get up there to remove the tape so that my wires are free. Right here I'm taking this coupler out. And I'm putting this check valve in. All right. If I get the tension off of these safety straps, back in we go. This is how all the boards landed. So I think the cable broke first. Because if the cable didn't break, right, it would have pulled the pulley down into the thing.
Is there anything to hook it with?
Alright, this is the gimmick I've come up with. It's a coupler for a larger pipe with this metal on it that I welded. Don't make fun of my welds. I'm hoping that when I lift from here, the tension will make these threads bite into the pipe and I'll be able to pull it up. I'm gonna go repair this with some better metal. I'm pretty sure it was starting to lift and then this snapped off. You know, the worst part about this whole repair is I don't even think it will fully fix my well system because it's just not pumping enough water. Like, there's probably more work after this. I honestly thought if I just real quick, just pull it up, fix the check valve and put it back and test it again, and then maybe I'll figure out what else it needs. And I'm like stuck at square one. And it's Memorial Day, so I'm off work today, but I'm working on the well, and my wife took our girls to the coast with her family. They offered to stay home with me because they didn't want to leave without me, but I was like, there's no reason for you to stay home. So they went to the coast, and this is not what I was planning on doing today. True reinforcements on there now. Where did I set that nut? Girl. You do? Yeah. Oh, man.
My side is. Mommy's side is. What?
Rock! What?
It's tall. Mommy, you want to watch?
Sure. Thank you. It's a good rock.
I have poison oak out on this hillside that is taller than I am, and I just bought a nice new weed eater yesterday. I have this painter's onesie and a face shield, and we are just gonna go blade this entire hillside. So I got up to this poison oak and the string kept breaking, so Alright, so it's been a week since I did all this weed eating, and it looks so much better out here. It's kind of hard to tell on camera because it all still looks like it's full of weeds, but the poison oak was like this high, and now it's like ankle height. I'm able to walk out here with shorts on. I think I got like half the property from like midway through the trees all the way over to this top side of the property. All the poison oaks cut down to my ankles. Before I cut it out, I couldn't see what all was underneath here. But now I see where the rocks are, where the stumps are, how the hill slopes. And I have access to this tree, which I want my kids to be able to play around. So I brought my dad's backhoe over here, which doesn't really do well on hillsides, but I think if I park at the bottom of the slope, I can reach up with the bucket. And I'm gonna try to clean up around this rock right here, get the poison oak uprooted, and maybe get that tire swing up on that branch. Right, angle down a little bit, right there. It's okay. Okay, you've seen this right here? You looking at this? You see it?
No.
Right here? Okay, keep filming, Hazel. Daddy's got to dig out more of the dirt over there.
This is fun.
Look at Zippy's excited.
No way. Holy crap.
That's crazy. And you got it with the piece that you welded? This is how it came up?
Yes.
What the heck? Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Okay, there's some tension on the safeties, but I don't want to take my tool off. Holy crap!
How does it feel?
I can't believe that worked.
That's insane.
Okay. So what I read online is you're supposed to do like a gallon of bleach for every 100 gallons of water. I think I have about 300 gallons in the reservoir. So I'm gonna dump all this bleach in there. And then you're supposed to turn everything on so that the bleach water concentrate fills all the pipes and the faucets, which I just have my garden hose and my tiny house hose. So I'm gonna turn those both on till they smell a little bit like bleach, and then close them and let the whole thing marinate for like a day. Okay, so after this soaked for like 12 hours with the bleach, I started draining it out. The red house pump in there ran dry at one point because it overheated and the bearing stopped spinning. And so I came up here and it had popped the breaker. I had to take it all apart and clean it out. I think it was dirt in the hose to the pressure switch that had caused it to malfunction, because ever since I cleaned it all out and put it all back together and re-primed it, it's been working fine. All day today I've been slowly draining it and adding a little bit of water. I stirred it all up at the bottom to get that soot off the ground to pump out as much of that brown water as I can. I'm noticing there are 2 pieces down at the bottom of the reservoir I have the fish out. So I'm gonna grab the ladder and throw this in there. I'm going to drain the reservoir with the garden hose while I pump some more clean water in to try to get as much of that dirty water out. The water's only like maybe 5 inches deep down there right now, so I'm not really in any danger. It's just an awkward hole to climb into. Okay, the audio quality in there is going to be terrible because it's going to be echoey, but... Well, we're in the belly of the fish. See that bar? That's what I'm trying to get out. And there's another little bracket right there. Okay, I'm gonna set the camera down. Alright, so the water has cleared up quite a bit, and now I just have to have some finishing touches. I'm putting a foot valve on the bottom. So this here is a little bit of a filter. It'll filter out large debris, but then on the inside here, if the reservoir gets low and the pump shuts off, it will retain all of that water in the pipe so that when I turn the pump back on again, it will actually flow. It won't suck a ton of air and then shut off on me like it did before. Or worse, try to pump air and fail until it overheats and throws a breaker, which it has done at least twice now. To filter any sediment that makes it through these holes, I got this piece. I put a chair in here. Okay. So, this used to come straight across my lid. I have disconnected it, I pushed it to the corner, so now this is out of the way of the lid, and then it comes up into my filter here, which can drain out through the hole in the wall, so that if I have to flush my filter water goes outside, and then it goes back through, and I'm hooking it back up to my main line here. While I was in there, I measured the inside dimensions, and it comes out to about 1,000 gallons in this holding tank, which is a huge bonus because some high producing wells don't need any holding tank at all. This one is a low producing well, so having 1,000 gallons on reserve is a huge bonus. This old shed is actually in pretty good shape. It needs a new roof and some new windows, but it's built with 2x6s. I would like to move it from where it is here up on the hill down to where the tiny house is being remodeled. That's it. It's all dry. I know, we got it right over there. How many next to go?
We'll look around, see if we can find more.
Yeah, it does kind of lean on these posts here.
Going backwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've made my new pivot point here with those cinder block. So if I knock these out here, the building should still rest on that side. Then it will be really easy to tip the thing, put our things underneath and drag it. Right? Am I crazy? Nailed it. Glad we tied it up to the cat though. That would have gone down the hill. We have to get around the wellhead, so we're turning our rounds so that it shifts the building away from the wellhead.
We're still good, because see how far our skid's over? We still got 3 feet. We don't have to worry about it moving over even more.
These guys are fantastic. You guys are doing a great job.
I need to go forward at least 3 or 4 more feet.
I'm like 8 inches off of that other stump, so I think it falls and it drops, I don't mind. It's gotta go up, you know, a couple inches.
We're good. You still have inch, half inch.
Yeah. If we're like a tiny bit high here, so if we slide a block under and set it on the block, we'll be level. It finally rained. It's September 1st and I haven't done anything on the property in a month, pretty much since we moved that shed, because it has been 105 degrees and extremely smoky. Like, you couldn't hardly see the hill on the other side of the valley a couple of days because it was just so smoky. So all I'm really doing right now is taking progress video, because I'm not really doing this work. I have just approved a contractor to do this work. So I'm not able to work on this hillside until they're done, because I don't want to get in their way. The leach field itself covers this entire bank here, which is totally fine. I wasn't planning on gardening here or anything, but I am going to take a trail that goes down from the garage down this slope to the greenhouse, and I think I'm just gonna spray the whole hillside with wildflower seeds and grass this area, and probably grass my trail so that I can just mow the trail. All right, check it out. Our septic system is finally finished.
Hello.
You're funny. So, I'm standing on top of the septic tank. The lid's right here. This is like level with the garage, and I want to take this level ground all the way over to those far trees. So I found out that with 2 sprinklers on a zone, we can cover the whole hillside from top to bottom with 2 zones. So we have 4 sprinklers going. I have these impact sprinklers and I put them on risers so they'll be up above any of the plants we put in. And I'm just gonna stick them on the hillside here with these T-posts so they don't shake. And this thing shoots like 30 feet down the hill and 20 feet up. And it's just doing a 360. It hits the entire grassy area and it's gonna hit all my wildflowers down below. What do you think? It's honey.
So anyways, we'll go get the basil.
From Grandpa's bees.
My bees to just live.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I didn't really.
Soup, basil tomato soup, because they'll have the tomato and the basil.
Yes.
And just add the garlic and do whatever. Oh, do you want to plant garlic?
Yeah.
I bought some. If you want to take a couple of pills, I bought
Sure, I
some.
would love to. Go look.
See what this is.
Oh, a kitty cat!
Kitty cat. Now, it will attack you.
Kitty cat!
Now, listen. I think so. You see him?
Sometimes it works and sometimes I cannot.
All right, we did get the goats corral almost finished. I got the gate put up, and so we're gonna get at least 2 little miniature milking goats so that we can make some smoked Gouda cheese. We're gonna have a vine, a big grapevine up somewhere because we want to try pressing our own wine. My dad has like 4 different fairly large beehives that did really well this last summer, and so we have no reason to believe that they won't do well again next summer. You saw my dad got like more than a dozen large jars of honey. One of these days we're gonna come out here with all of our friends and family and serve Gouda cheese and honey with homemade sourdough bread and our own homemade wine. In the meantime, I'm just glad that all this poison oak is gone and that we finally have a septic system. Go ahead.
You got my shovel? I don't know where your shovel is.
There?
too close to the road to run out here. Or maybe not where it will just run over. Mocha, get over here.
Whoa. Lizzie. No, you can't go there.
Ted's.
Yeah?
Thank you.
I need to put some more dirt. No.
It's fine.
Hazel, what you got there?
This.
Who made that?
Mom.
Can you spin?
Me.
Wow. That's so pretty.
Zippy's trying to get in there.
How much did it cost you?
$0.
0. Where'd you get the fabric?
Fabrics from my granny. She's had it for decades because I remember as a toddler, like a little girl, and I remember really liking it. And the ribbon is in a free pile that I grabbed.
It's okay. Taste it. It's okay to taste it.
All right. Every time it rains, all this water comes down off of this steep hillside and funnels into our driveway where we park. And then it sort of disperses and half of it goes down and floods the driveway itself and the other half goes right across our front entryway. It's like a river between our cars and our front door, and it's really frustrating. So what I'm going to do is I have like a culvert, a little metal like 8-inch culvert that I'm going to put in the ground here. And then I'm going to direct all of this water to come together here and enter that culvert and then go out the other side.
I jumped.
You did jump! Good job!
Oh snap. Don't butt me, honey. Daddy's hands are under there and we really don't want this to fall down. And if you sit on it, the board might move and then Daddy will touch.
We caught a big one.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna start tapping that one though. You can do it. Very close to my hand.
Yeah, it was.
Sweet. All right, babe, what do you got?
I got more morels. Oh, hey, hold on. Look at this. These ones are big. I'm so sorry. Oh, careful.
Wait, let me zoom in.
And right there, and right there.
Nice.
Okay, Lizzie, don't step on them, honey.
I see weeds.
Look at that. Her first morel. Where was it?
Has she picked it yet?
Yeah, she picked it up and handed it to me.
Nice, Hazel.
It's this one.
That's awesome.
Pet to you.
So it's not like a live stream or anything, but we live on the bottom of this fairly large hill, and it seems like all the rainwater and the snow melt-off does get funneled down onto the edge of our property. And so rather than let it just go straight into the irrigation ditch or flood my little garden area, I'm going to try to give it a little bit more purpose and do some swells and get it to flow like zigzag through my fruit trees. And then I can do little bridges around it and put some rock around it and have a more defined seasonal creek instead of this just like soppy marshland where all the water soaks through my grass and pours into the irrigation ditch. I want to try to give it a little more purpose. Anyways, it's a thought. The rain in here, I actually kind of dug this trench last week and yesterday to direct all the rain into like a central river, because otherwise the whole place is a swamp. I think eventually I'm going to try to use all this water to my benefit. I dug a hole up one side of the property line last year in the summer. I just wanted to see what would happen if I put a hole in the ground over here on the rainy side of the hill. Look at all that water. And it filled yesterday with the rain, and then overnight we got all this snow. So I'm really curious to see what this does in like July if we get a really heavy rain and thunderstorm, if this just fills. And then if I have my grapevine along this fence and my fruit trees down there, maybe I can just get some like free irrigation when it rains in the summer or late in the spring. You ready to help?
Yeah.
Come here.
Me too.
All right, come over here. What are these?
Blueberries.
Yes, blueberries. What's this one?
Blueberries.
Yeah, so you see how all of this, the wildflowers and the grasses, see how they're growing up through the blueberry?
Yeah.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna make shade on the blueberries. But the blueberries need sun.
Oh.
So what I want you girls to do, find the blueberry plant, okay? And I need you to go all the way down to the bottom and take these weeds and these plants and rip them up and make a pile around. Yep, good, Liz.
I did it.
You did it. Let's pick up all those plants we pulled up and let's throw them in the chicken coop. Nice. All right, that's it. If they eat it, good. If they don't, it's okay. Come on.
You can lay eggs in that spot.
Right here, from north to south, I'm going to do 3 separate wires for my little miniature vineyard right here. I ordered some grapes from a nursery out of Portland. They arrived this week. They're little 6-inch pots with little short grapevines on them. They're going to take 2 or 3 years to produce, but this is going to be where they're going to grow. We have some table grapes up above us on the higher end of the hill, but this is going to be my little vineyard, my little homestead winery. So it would be a post here, a post here, and a post here.
Okay, so there are rows this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, it's starting to get dark. We got the grapes planted, the new cherry tree planted. A couple weeks ago we got the apricot. We have a peach and a plum. We have 3 table grapes and 3 wine grapes. The chicken coop is finished. I think we have 6 laying hens and 1 rooster. I don't know how long the rooster will last. He's getting on my nerves and he attacked my kids today. I think we're at 11 blueberry plants now. So what do you think? This is the same hillside that a year ago we cut into to clear the trees for the septic system. So from that deck down to these rocks is the leach field with the septic tank up on top. And so this is all wildflowers. In between some of the runs, we did a trail for a bunch of our blueberry plants, because in my research, blueberry plants only root down like 6 to 12 inches, and all the leach field lines are like 2 feet. Anyways, we have a bunch of blueberries up here, and I just want to show you guys around, because I've been referring to the last 12 months as year 0, because while we moved out here to build a house and produce a bunch of food, we weren't able to do that for a year because we were just getting utilities and clearing out all the poison oak. So this is our first year where we have a garden, our chicken coop is in place, and we're planting a bunch of fruit. So let me show you guys around. We're living currently up in the garage. So let's take this trail up here and I can show you guys our house. This is a cherry tree. As you can see, I still have some poison oak that is returning all over the place that I need to weed eat this year. But that's just an ongoing project of mine. The water feature, which I dedicated a 20-minute video to, is still active. Never mind all the leaves that my kids throw in it. What do you think of it, Hazel? Do you like the water feature? Yeah. This is where we're currently living, in this 390 square foot tiny home with a family of 5. And honestly, we kind of love it. It's not ideal for a family of 5, but for our current situation, it's working extremely well. This wooden deck was up in front of the mobile home. So when we tore all that apart, I took the deck and I moved it down here and I rebuilt it here just with some slightly new measurements so that we could expand this flat area and have a space for our table. And then the sprinklers on either corner of the deck cover the whole hillside without actually hitting the deck. So that's pretty neat. Liz, do you want to show them where your swing is over on the trail over there?
You can both fit? Wow! Good job! Ready? Swing!
Higher!
Yeah, swing! Ready? Oh, that's okay. Maybe in a second. You want me to sit on it?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Hold on. Good turn. Ready?
This is where the fence comes all the way up to the top corner of the property line. This is eventually where our driveway is going to be and our cars are going to park right there. If you guys made it this far into this long video, thank you so much for watching. I hugely appreciate the people that stick around and watch all these things and comment down below. Leave me a like and share this video with somebody. It would mean the world to me. All the comments and support I've gotten this last year have been really encouraging. And little teaser for the future, we have begun digging out where my home site is going to be. Where the home site is. There's no home there yet. My home's going to be up here where these machines are. We're working on just kind of like grading out the soil to where I want it to be so that we can build a proper house up here where the mobile home used to be. Okay, so here we are. We're living out here. We have most of the property fenced off. We have our garden planted. We're going to get more chickens. We are getting goats. Aren't we getting goats?
Yeah.
How many goats are we getting?
Maybe a couple.
A couple, like 2 or 3?
Yeah.
We kind of already have goats. We just can't take them home away from their mother until they're 10 weeks old. So we have a couple more weeks before we can bring the goats home. We are loving it out here. Especially this season, the weather's been amazing. All the plants are growing. All my wildflowers are coming in. Whoa. And it can only get better from here, right? Like the poison oak and the well being broken and having to put a bunch of money into the septic system, that was all just the start of it. From here on out, it should only get better. We're only going to produce more. The trees are only going to get bigger. Moving forward, I don't know what my videos are going to be. I'm kind of taking every video one at a time to just work on what intrigues me. If you want to see more farm updates and property updates and projects I'm working on here, if you want to see how the vegetables grow and what the goats are like, then let me know in the comments below. Liking, commenting, and sharing videos is really the best way you can support my channel. If you want to see more of this stuff, subscribe and follow along, and we'll see you guys in the next video.